Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome to Morning Breakdown. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of June. New month, new week, start of the week. So we should have NFP on Friday. Breaking down the charts on the NQ for those who are watching this live on YouTube. Welcome. Mostly, I would say most of the members will be from the Discord, but if you aren't from the Discord, then please have a look in the description after this video if you do want to come into the Discord to watch me trade live. So breaking down yesterday, there was only really two setups that I was looking for, and it was actually the same as on Friday. So I kept the same screen on, and we just wanted to wait until we either had a cheap discount long from the 38 all the way to the highs at this 79% fade long, which also coincide with our same anchor new high 38% retracement. That still hasn't traded. I am just assuming it's not going to trade until it does, because until that happens, we are above the 50 and we have broken above the 61.8 of this short. So we tagged that yesterday, and my analysis yesterday was pretty much I just wanted to see us above the 50 and get above 540s for the long side. We need to see the confirmation, so we don't just go long at this level. We wait to see this break above the 61.8, come down into a retracement. Hopefully, we actually end up trading what would be a same anchor new high of this extension from yesterday. So if we do, depending on how high we go, that could look something like this. So we could come all the way up here. So this could be this move. We come down and then we go back up. That is sort of what I'm looking for. And of course, if that doesn't happen, we just have to assess the market as and when these moves complete or break. But so far we have broken the short structure, and retracement longs will be valid. Again, I don't typically like to short when we're in weekly and monthly bullish environments. So yesterday, not trading, cautiously long is kind of what I'm saying to my members. I'm cautiously long and just waiting for those pullbacks. And the reason I wasn't long yesterday is because this whole setup here that traded broke the 50, broke the actual long setup. So even though I was still cautiously long, I just wasn't wanting to participate long because, again, we broke structure and there's nothing for me to do. All I can say is we're most likely going to go up, but there's just no setup for me. So I would like to see a traditional from that break of the 61. And wherever that high gets put in, currently it's at basically 75s. If we do break these highs from yesterday on the open today, I would love to see something, as I just mentioned, something very similar to this. So we come up to these highs, we reject, we trap longs, and then we have something like this. This would then be a halfway back from that 61 break. Really nice risk to reward. It would look something like this. So now your risk to reward is much better. Depending on what the ATRs are, yesterday we averaged about 49 points. Depending on what they are, I will adjust my stop. Ideally, if I can try and get this as close to being in line with the ATR, then I will. And of course, the reward on that is huge if we do go full completions. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to just taking some off at these highs, but since this lines up pretty much with the 23, it wouldn't be a bad idea taking some off at that point as well. So I'm going to keep this one nice and short and sweet. Again, start of the week. It is a new month. So again, low expectations until the second sort of week of the month, and then the second to last week of the month, typically the fourth week is where I like to trade. So in terms of having higher expectations, so this is the only setup that I'm looking for. If we do trade down into that 20,900s, then I will of course take that as a long, but I would like to see price again similar to this setup. It needs to show its hands. Once it's shown its hands, we then look for that retracement, and that's what that would look like down here. But currently I'm eyeing up the kind of 450s to 500s as a long. I just need to see that break above and then that retracement down to kind of get a long that makes sense, technically makes sense, okay? And again, that makes sense on various reasons, but one would be drawing from this anchor because we broke the 61.8 and then waiting for a full halfway back because we haven't yet traded a full halfway back. So that's what I'll be looking for. Again, I don't know what high we will put in before that trades, but we just wait for that high to trade. So if the high gets put in at 611s, we just wait for that halfway back to trade, taking out the overnight lows and then retracing back up. So I'm going to keep that one short and sweet. If there's any questions, let me know in the Discord. I will load up Zoom now, and I will open that up and we will put the trading screen on so you can see all my trades. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description. You can get a 7-day free trial to come into the room. And everyone, I will see you all on Zoom.